Some albums slap you in the face. This one revs a chainsaw, takes your head off, and punts it through a wall. Welcome to Notningface-An audio guide to everyday atrocity. It's not here to make friends, it's here to ruin your week in the best way possible. If you're new here, I'm the Dread, welcome to the Dread Zone, and I'm reviewing all 100 albums from the greatest nu metal albums of all time list. Even the ones that are barely nu metal and more like a bar fight on disc. We've covered some underground gems, some mainstream disasters, and everything in between. So, if you like honest reviews with no fluff and the occasional poorly timed joke, hit subscribe. You might even find an album you hate a little less. Let's see how angry number 92 is. Notningface's second album, An Audio Guide to Everyday Atrocity, dropped September 22nd, 1998. The band's from Washington, D.C., and while people lumped them in with the nu metal genre, honestly, this sounds a lot like Helmet or Pantera as opposed to Korn or Limp Bizkit. Overall, this album is pure aggression. Musically, lyrically, everything. The guitars crunch, the drums pummel, and Matt Holt, the singer, flips between clean and scream vocals like he's got a split personality that hates you in both modes. The first track off this album is titled Goldtooth, and we are immediately hit with a chainsaw riff right out of the gate. The track will decapitate you and then punch your corpse through some drywall. It's so in your face, it should come with dental insurance. Heavy riffs, relentless screaming, it's a pretty killer opener. And if that didn't knock your teeth out, Grinning is here to make sure your smile looks as fake as the one this song's about. This one feels like an early Stone Sour song, but a bit heavier. Matt Holt's clean vocals here are super Corey Taylor-esque, to the point that I expected him to start singing about psychosocial habits, if you know what I'm saying. Lyrically, it's all about tearing apart fake happiness, fake grins, empty emotions, and all that shit. Fair warning though, Holt does drop some F-slurs in this song, so if that ruins your brunch, might want to skip this one. From ripping apart fake smiles, we slide into So Few, a song that almost sounds nice. Almost. The melodic moment of this album. Clean vocals and expressive delivery, still dealing with classic nu metal baggage, you know, the hatred, isolation, betrayal, anger, all that stuff. But it actually feels pretty vulnerable. Honestly, I'm surprised this wasn't a single. Hope you enjoyed holding hands with your feelings because Villains just kicked that door down. Pure rage from start to finish. Unfortunately, this is more bark than bite. It's like being screamed at by someone who forgot what they were mad about halfway through the screaming tantrum. Thankfully, Sleeper is wide awake, and it's about to flatten you emotionally before setting your fucking house on fire. My favorite track here. It starts with a Richter scale bass line, then slides into a haunting acoustic section. Final third, all-out assault. It's like a breakup that ends in arson. Emotional, destructive, unforgettable. After that, beauty to brutality combo, we hit the first single, Breathe Out. One of their most popular songs. Strong guitar work, lyrics about being trapped in negative thoughts, something a lot of us can probably relate to. But personally, this song doesn't do it for me. But I get why people love it. It's the musical version of doom scrolling. Addictive for some, exhausting for others. If that was too brooding, Aaron Excellence is here to knock your head clean the fuck off. Riffs that demand a neck brace, pure headbang and fuel. Doesn't have the eerie atmosphere of the other tracks, but the aggression saves it. It's like getting punched in the face by a girl you kinda like. Next up is I Diablo, and no, it's not a Catholic hymn or a video game. Dark, sinister, aggressive. Feels like a sermon where the priest throws furniture at you. Pretty clearly a critique of religion. Title literally means I, devil. Subtle? Absolutely not. Finally, we reach The Sick, which actually very strangely ends the album on a positive note. Final song and single off of the album, it feels more upbeat than the rest. Feels like the band hands you a weapon and says, good luck. It's actually a pretty solid closer though. This record feels like Pantera and Stone Sour had a kid that grew up in Slipknot's basement. The anger here is actually very authentic. Matt Holt sells it. Whether he's screaming or going clean, he sounds like a man who has been personally wronged by at least 3 people in the audience. Musically, most of this is solid, though a lot of it kind of starts to blend together. So Few and Sleeper stand out. Everything else is good to above average. My final score shall be a 7 out of 10. It's pissed off, pretty heavy, unapologetic. Even when it's not necessarily the most memorable thing out there, it's never boring, and it does have a unique sound to it. That's number 92 on the 100 greatest nu metal albums of all time list from Nu Metal Agenda. Next up is an album that has a lot of issues. Hit like, subscribe, drop your favorite track in the comments, and if you pick Villains, I will just assume that you like getting yelled at for no reason.